Hi, I'm Merritt. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm only organized in my planner, and I am setting up my planner for September, and that means football season. September is football season. So I'm going to go ahead and preface this that I do not discriminate when it comes to football teams. I have my teams, but I'm not one of those people who is like, ooh, gross if you cheer for another team. So if you don't like my team, that's okay. We can still have fun together. The first thing I'm going to do is I am at the beginning of the month, in the transition time period, I'm putting next month's in here with August because it's not quite, I can just show you on here. So this is my content planner. I am filming this here on the 20th. This video is going to go out on the 28th. But I am ready to start planning like my September budget. Like you see, I've already filmed these videos, like, you know, I'm already filming ahead. And I'm going to start filming next weekend, which is before you're seeing this. For you, it's last weekend. I'm going to start filming in September. And so I want my September planner in here. And I have loved these white desks. I had white metal ones and the paint kind of scraped off of them. So I had those. And then I just switched to white plastic ones. But when I put the next month in with this month, having 2 months at a time in here, it's just too bulky. And so I bought these. And I don't know if you can tell, when I take them off, I'll show you. They're a little bit bigger. These are clear plastic. They're a little bit bigger, and I'm hoping that they're going to work for me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just start taking this bad boy apart. And we're just... I know what I'm going to do. I think I do anyway. We'll take the cover off first. And this cover, y'all, this cover is so filthy. I really need to get like an alcohol wipe and just wipe it down really good. All right, let's go ahead and put these on. Oops, that's not... The little mushrooms on this cover are kind of small. Oh, sorry for the loudness there. But I think these little, I think they're just going to be just enough bigger to make a difference. They're not a lot bigger, and I can't remember the size. I'll have to look it up and maybe put it in the description. All right, so here's my front cover right now, my back to school notebook paper. And then I've had this for like a couple of years now. And I think that when I start my new planners in January, I'm going to change those out because they've been with me for a little while. All right, here's my line it up. When you have bigger stickers, when you have bigger discs, the beginning of starting it is a little difficult. Here are all of my goals for the year that I have not done well on at all, and I cannot believe that it's already been 7 months almost since I made this. Is that right? 7 or 8 months? 8 months ago that I made this, and the year has just gotten away quickly. All right, these are my proud sticker designs that I leave in here because I do my social media with those. I'm gonna have to rub these down with a what is the word I'm looking for? You can rub them down with like a not an air freshener, a fabric softener, like a Downy. I mean, they do freshen a little bit. So you can rub them down with a fabric softener and they will turn a little bit better. So, all right, I probably could have pulled everything out, but this keeps me where I'm pulling out at a decent rate and not trying to get, sometimes I get happy and try to pull out a whole bunch at one time, and that does not work because then you'll mess up your sides, your little mushrooms, where you put the, where you punch. All right, let's see if I can get, look, see, I told you I like to get it happy and pull out a bunch at a time. We'll see if this works. It might not because the mushrooms are not the same size on the divider as they are. Nope, it worked okay, but ooh, it doesn't want to turn yet. It's got to get used to having some paper in there. All right. It's taken a minute. So while I'm doing this, let's just talk about fall and what your favorite things about fall are. I know that some people, sorry, I feel a sneeze coming on. Some people get so excited about fall that they start planning fall in August, and I just can't, I can't do that. I can't make like super fall autumnal spreads in August when you live in South Georgia. It's just too hot. I mean, it was 100 degrees yesterday. We have had a few days of the humidity dropping, so it hasn't felt like 100 degrees or 95 degrees, but it is it's still 95 degrees outside, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So I just can't do for fall, but I can do for football. And I can do for back to school, even though in my mind those things are like related to fall. I have always loved fall because to me, like growing up as a kid, you know, it's back to school time, and that to me, that's often like the beginning of the year is fall. And now as an adult, I work in education, so I'm still on that type of schedule where fall to me, more so than January, means new beginnings, fresh start, that kind of stuff. And so I love that, like school organization, purchasing school supplies, because I mean, let's face it, school supplies and planner supplies, like pretty much the same thing. I love, you know, I don't love not having summer break anymore, but my summer break is only 3 weeks now, so it doesn't really count. But I love like when the teachers come back and I get to be with my friends, and it's, you know, companionship in terms of like work relationships. And so I really love that part of fall. And then of course I love football and I love boiled peanuts. And so we live in a small agricultural community, and we have lots of peanut fields. And even though I am highly allergic to peanut dust, I can eat them. I just can't be around when they're digging them out of the grounds. But so every Saturday we go to get fresh boiled peanuts and watch football all day. And I will watch, even though I am a fan of Georgia football and have been forever since a kid, I will watch anybody play football. I love it immensely. So so I am going to make a new cover for this month. This is awfully loud and tedious. So I am going to make a new cover today, and it is going to be football themed. I hope that that doesn't upset anyone. I will say this, if you're new, if you've been around for a while, you probably know this already, but if you are new, I went to Georgia. My husband went to Georgia. He's from Athens, which if you don't know, is where the University of Georgia is located. My dad went to Georgia. My daughter is at Georgia. And we have my nephew's at Georgia. My aunts and uncle, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law went to Georgia. My brother went to Georgia. Everybody went to Georgia. Let's see if I can get, I'm going to pull this back cover off. So I guess my point is that, I'm not just a Georgia fan for the sports. We have all gone to school there. But my older daughter went to Auburn, which makes for interesting Saturdays in our household. And so I don't hate or dislike any football team. I'll cheer for Auburn when they're playing anybody but Georgia. So that's just kind of the way that works. All right, come on, baby, close. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work with these a little bit, but look, you can see how dirty these covers are. I'm gonna have to work on that. All right, so I'm just gonna spin these for a second. Oh yeah, that one really doesn't want to go. Let's see if it'll spin the other way now. And I'm just kind of working them so they'll be easier to use as we go. All right, and then let me show you. So these, I can show it that way. Like, that's the difference. So these are definitely smaller by maybe 1/4 of an inch. I do love them so much, but I think these clear ones are going to work better. If you know where I can find big white discs, hook a girl up, because that's what I really want, are large white discs. Okay, so now let's pull out of the holding planner and put into here. I know a couple of months ago somebody said that my planning setup confused them. I'm gonna get a sip of coffee. That my planning setup confused them because I was pulling out of planners and putting them in the holding planner and putting them there, like, why do you even have a holding planner? It is because, like, I've already planned stuff in here, and I don't like to dig out all of my planners when I want to plan ahead. So I have already started planning some stuff in there, and I just like for it to be in one. That's just a personal preference. It's not a necessity. It's really not a big deal, but it makes sense to me and it works for me. So that's why I do it that way. It's not for everybody. And probably if I did not film my videos, I probably wouldn't do it. But I don't know if I would or not. I keep these extras in here for when I need them. All right, I'm gonna pull out September. And September, this first planner that goes in here, this is what I use for content. And so you can see I've already got content plans. I've already filmed all my work planner for next month. So I batch plan those. And then, anyway, this is a classic dashboard that I use for that. All right, then I've got my little vision board for health and fitness, and I have, healthy foods and some challenges, fitness challenges in here. I'm not using the monthly currently, I was putting meal plan ideas here, but now I'm putting, well, you can't see it on this one. I'm putting meal plan ideas here. And then I'm writing down what I eat here, and then my fitness stuff goes here. So, and my list. So, you know, that's neither here nor there. And it's still not working great for me. I'm not sure. I think my problem is that I'm ambitious in what I think I'm gonna write down, and then I don't write down everything that I think I'm gonna write down. All right, so this is a dashboard, classic dashboard, where I put in these Jane's Agenda inserts and I don't use it for meal plan. I use it to track what I actually ate. So a meal plan here, even though it says meal plan. I know that's probably confusing, but it's just what I'm doing at the moment. I'm not gonna say it's working for me because it's still new. So we'll see. All right, in my monthly of my faith planner, I am doing gratitude. So I haven't done it for the last 2 days, and I mean, you know, I'm human and I don't get in it every single day, but I try to put something I'm grateful for every day. And then I use this part for like, see, I decorated some. I don't ever film this because I don't always decorate it. And so, look, I'm missing these 4 days. So I need to go ahead and go back and fill in. But I do use the YouVersion app from the Bible app, I guess. And I just do the verse of the day there. So that is gonna go here. I got stuff in my way over here. And that I use a horizontal planner for that. Okay, and then my budget planner goes, so I did decorate this, and this is just things that come out automatically. And then I put down like my sinking funds and what I spend per week. And this side I need to finish up from yesterday. I've done everything through Thursday night. All right, and now let's make sure I'm in good shape here. Yes, okay. So then I'll add in my budget right there. And so the blank budget planner, there's a monthly, and then it looks like this, where you can keep track of what all your savings, your accounts, what you're spending, and then your weekly expenses. All right, so that, oh, come on, close. Look, shoot, these discs are, I'm gonna be so sad about this. All right, so she's nice and thick right now. And we're about to change out that cover too. So before I change out the cover, I wanna go ahead and put October in here. So let me grab my planners. Okay, so the first one that I use is this one, which is content. So let's go ahead and pull out October. And look, I've already pre-planned October, November, and December because I pretty much know what's going to go up. And I, words, what was I saying? Oh, and so I pre-planned those because I know what's gonna go up, like what my regular filming schedule is, but then if I wanna add anything in, like Happy Planner's probably gonna have a new release coming out, and I would like to film that. So, you know, those types of things. All right, so then May, June, July, August, and September are in my planner. And here's October. This is when it starts getting kind of, I don't like, you're starting like, oh my gosh, because now that I've pulled this out to go in the holding planner, there's only 2 months left in the year. Right, like, so that's when you're like, oh my gosh, this year has kind of gotten away from me. Even though we're not near October yet, we're still a month away. But like, I have August and September in my working planner. I have October in my holding planner. So there's only 2 months left, which is, makes you think. All right, so then here, let's get October in my faith planner. So I made an error in July and I decorated the wrong monthly planner, and so I actually did have my gratitude decorated. It's the only time I've ever decorated it. I kind of like it, but it's just one of those things that I don't regularly do. Okay, and then the last one is that October budget. This means, y'all, my Christmas, I gotta start thinking about a Christmas budget. Ooh. We have the wedding. My older daughter is getting married in Auburn on October 14th, and then it'll be Christmas. My younger daughter's 21st birthday is 5 days before Christmas. And then it's going to be Christmas, and we will have a new member of the family to buy gifts for. So that's, wow, taking a sip of coffee because, wow, I'm thinking about the budget. Okay, I found the black paper. That's what I was looking for. And I'm going to use this to create my cover. So I know it's thin, but it's okay because I have the plastic covers over it. So we're just gonna need to cut. So I've got my pencil here, and we want to make sure they line up really well. And then we're gonna cut these. We'll line up the mushrooms. We're gonna want to do it this way. Maybe, I think we are. I think it's going to be better to do it in the middle like this, and that way I can get all the edges the size that I want them. Okay, there is one. Oh, I accidentally pulled out too many. They're thinner than, because it's black, you want it to be like, feel like construction paper, you know? And it's not construction paper. It is definitely 100% just regular paper. So, oh no. All right, there we go. Now, let's get the paper trimmer out. Gosh, I have so much stuff in such a small space. And I think I say this every time I use my paper trimmer. It has been through it, and so it doesn't cut completely straight because my little guide wire is bent. I did buy a new, I did purchase new blade because I had worn out the other blade and it only cut in one direction. But yes, my little guide wire is bent. And so it does not cut the absolute straightest, but it does okay. it's good enough for my own purposes. All right, so let's get this side done. And I will say this though, these paper trimmers are way better than using scissors, because scissors, you will definitely not cut a straight line. Well, you might. I cannot cut a straight line with scissors at all. Okay, so now we're gonna make, let's get the planner out. We're gonna take this guy off, and this, I want to make sure that I'm using the side that doesn't have pencil marks on it. Okay, this is just going to be my back cover right here. And it is a tight little squeeze on here, even with these bigger discs. So there we go. Whoop. Black cover. All right, now let's get rid of the scraps. I'm not going to use those. And I have these vinyls that I love so much. All right, so we're going to attempt to get these down as straight as I can possibly get them down, which for me could be questionable. And he's wanting to go down already, so, and he's already crooked, but it is what it is. Okay. There's that one. Now, the question is do I just put Georgia and the Bulldog? So if you are a fan of football, you know that mascots change and you are partial to certain ones. This is my guy right here. This is the current one. This is one that has been used more than once, but this is the one I remember from my childhood, and so that is why I love it. All right, so we're going to use this guy. He's very large, and we're going to put him right here in the middle. And then we're going to see if this Bulldogs will fit on the bottom. I'm going to have to, see, it's vinyl, and once it goes down, it's going down. So I'm gonna have to cut just a tiny little bit out of this corner. Y'all, don't hit the unlike button or the dislike button just because you're not a Bulldog fan. Think about it as if it were your team, right? It's a cute cover for the start of football season for your team, if whoever you cheer for. Like, we could make an Auburn one that says Auburn Tigers with Albie in the middle, right? Or we could make a Northwestern Wildcats one that's purple and it has, you know, Northwestern with the Wildcat in the middle. So it could be whatever team that you like. I use Northwestern because that's, my kids are Georgia, Auburn, and Northwestern. So I really like it. I think it turned out cute. So that is my fall-ish, you know, it's still hot, beginning of football season planner cover. I am very happy with my September setup. So we've got football season. I might use that one again next year. I wish the paper was a little thicker, but I didn't have any that was thicker. I've got August and September. My planner, I'm just opening it again to be working these discs a little bit. I've got August and September in my home health and wellness planner. I've got August and September in my Faith and Gratitude, and August and September, and my budget planner. So yeah, so I'm quite happy with the way that this turned out. Let me know in the comments what you think. It doesn't want to close. It won't be that bad. In a week or two, I will be pulling out the August, and so it'll be a little thinner and it'll move better in here. These discs also feel like they're not slick. They're not as like slick as these are, and so it's going to take a little bit more to get them to move. And if it continues to be a problem, I'm just going to go back to the white ones. It'll be what it'll be. All right, so let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I hope you can find somewhere to be organized other than just your planner. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.